So, you're all hyped up about pickleball, huh? There is a bunch of rules to learn first, and trust me, some can be a tad confusing. But don't worry, this video will break down the rules for you in a clear, simple, and visual way. Let's dive right in. Pickleball is played on a hard court similar to the tennis court, only smaller, just 20 feet by 44 feet. These are the baselines, and these are the sidelines. This area on both sides of the pickleball court is called the service court. The service court is divided by the center line. When you face the net, the service court on the right is called even court, and the service court on the left is called odd court. This area on either side of the net is called the non-volley zone, or kitchen. As you see, all lines of the area are part of the kitchen. Now it's time to play. The game can be played singles or doubles to 11, 15, or 21 points. You must return the ball to the opponent's side of the court after a single bounce or by volleying it. The serving area is defined by the imaginary extensions of the center line and the sidelines. The server begins to serve from the side of the court dictated by the scorer, but always into the cross court. If the server score is even, the serve must be made from the right even serving area. If the server score is odd, the serve must be made from the left odd serving area. While serving, neither of the server's feet may touch the baseline or the court, or be outside the imaginary extension of the sideline or center line. In general, serves can be made with either a forehand or backhand motion, but there are two distinctive ways to serve in pickleball: the volley serve and the drop serve. During the volley serve, you strike the ball without bouncing it off the surface. There are three main rules for the volley serve. Your arm must be moving in an upward arc before striking the ball. The highest point of the paddle must not be above your wrist at the moment of the strike. And finally, contact with the ball must be made below the waist. The drop serve is made by striking the ball after it bounces, and it has its own limitations. The server must release the ball from one hand or off the paddle face from any natural height. The ball should not be propelled downward or tossed up. There are no restrictions on how many times the ball must bounce before the serve. Also, the volley serve restrictions do not apply to the drop serve, so you can hit the ball any way you like it after it bounces. A successful serve is when the ball clears the net and lands in the cross court or connects with either sideline, baseline, or center line of the cross court. If the ball clips the net, but lands in the described above areas, the serve is considered successful and the ball is live. The server gets only one chance to serve. A fault during the serve results in a side out and the serve is awarded to the opposing team or a player. There are two unique features in pickleball: the two bounce rule and the non-volley zone. The two bounce rule means that after the ball is served, each side must make one ground stroke before volleying the ball. The non-volley zone prohibits volleying while in that zone. In fact, the entire act of volleying must be initiated outside of the non-volley zone. That includes the swing, the follow-through, and the momentum. It's a fault, even if the volleying player's momentum causes the player to contact anything that touches the non-volley zone, including the player's partner in doubles. However, there is no violation in doubles if the player volleys the ball while their partner is in the non-volley zone. At all other times, the players can stay inside the non-volley zone or return the ball that is bounced. After the serve and during the rally, you can hit the ball as you wish. You can perform two-handed shots or switch hands. Double hits are allowed if it's unintentional and happen during a single direction stroke. In pickleball, you score a point only when you or your team is serving and winning the rally. The proper calling of the score in singles is server's score and then receiver's score. Okay, buckle up folks, because we're about to dive into the thrilling world of doubles. Before the doubles match, each team must designate the starting server. It would help if the starting servers wear some kind of visual markings, something eye-catching so they stand out like a flamingo in a flock of pigeons. At the start of the game and each side out, service begins in the right even serving area. In doubles, both players on a team will have a chance to serve before a side out occurs. But to determine whose turn it is to serve first, the players must be positioned according to the score. When the team score is even, the starting server's correct position is at the right even court. When the team score is odd, the starting server must be positioned at the left odd court. The player who finds himself at the even court is referred to as a first server, and the partner as a second server. The first server will serve, alternating the service sides after each point is won until a fault occurs. Then, the second server of the team will continue to serve from the correct position, alternating serving positions until another fault is committed and the side out is declared. There is one exception. At the beginning of each game, only the starting server will serve. After the first fault, the serve will be awarded to the opposing team. Because of that, the starting server of each game is designated as second server. After each side out, the players again will be positioned according to the score. Calling the score in double matches can be a little confusing, but it makes sense as you get familiar with the game. The score is called as 3 numbers. First is the serving team's score, then the receiving team's score, followed by the server's number. And there you have it, folks. Ready to rock the court? But hey, before you unleash your killer shot, a little thumbs up and a subscription would go a long way in helping fellow players discover this gem and dive headfirst into the amazing world of pickleball.